Hey everyone, how's it going? Hi Dad, how you doing? Yeah, you guys can let me know if you can hear me properly. That would be great. Today we're going to be doing some cooking, maybe talking about nutrition, things that I do or use, or any suggestions that you guys have or questions. I'm just going to check the chat. Now, did everybody get in? I just want to make sure this is actually working. Because I've got the chat set up on the computer and the live set up on the phone. I just want to make sure everything's working before. Oh, excellent. Thank you very much. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to just go over a meal kit that I purchased. This is not a product placement or an advertisement or anything. This is just something I've been using for a while. Thanks, Carrie. And me personally, I really enjoy it. So I'm just going to move the camera. I'll try not to take you guys for a roller coaster ride. Okay, so this has been my favorite for a couple of years now, is HelloFresh. And we don't have a car anymore, so getting some groceries delivered is really convenient for us, and the cost is pretty negligible. Like after taxes, it's like $135, and that gives you 5 different meals, each with 2 portions. I'll just go over what's in the box. This is a dramatic re-unboxing of yesterday. Dun, dun, dun. Just pretend it's yesterday and it's just come to the door. So what you get is 5 recipes, so you can follow them as closely as you want. Honestly, a lot of times I just toss in everything together because, well, I gotta say, I'm too lazy. But then I kind of like it. So this week we got Herbie pork sandwiches and cranberry sauce, cheesy baked pasta, Mexican-inspired shrimp tacos, Tex-Mex beef and rice skillet, and one I haven't seen yet. So I'm going to do this one because I haven't seen it yet. It's cheesy chicken chowder. So you get your recipe and your bag of stuff. That's the shrimp tacos, Tex-Mex, pork sandwiches, baked shrimp, and here's the cheesy chicken chowder. And then you get some promo stuff for friends, which are you guys. Everything sounds good. Yes, it's good. Oh, and there's a message from Sherry. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you for the super chat. That's really appreciated. Thank you very much. So I don't have any promo codes to give you, but if you did want to try this, you can just always send me an email to info@lifewithparkinsons.ca, And I've got 3 free boxes I can give people. I might be able to do a couple more, but yeah, if you want a free box and you want to try it, I've got 3 coupons here. Let me know. Just email info@lifewithparkinsons.ca. Okay, then what else comes in the box? Down below, they put all the meat. So this, we've got a pack of chicken breasts, shrimp. They put all that stuff down below. So basically, you're not left with any garbage at all. Either you're going to eat everything or it's going to be recycling. Yeah, I find that really convenient. So we'll save the chicken breast. And I'm just going to throw everything back in the fridge. Now, what I really like is that I try and follow the MIND diet as closely as possible, just because it's really good for brain and neurological conditions. And everyone's got their own diet that they like, and that's fine. But with the MIND diet, you're really concentrating on like chicken, fish, poultry, cutting down how much dairy you have, and then nuts and berries. Where is? There it is. So the MIND diet that's what I try and follow. I probably get there like 70-80%. Yeah, there's a few things, of course, I cheat on. But with Parkinson's, cutting out, I've cut out basically 90% of my sugar, almost all my caffeine, food coloring, anything processed, anything like that just really puts me like, yeah, it was about November we got fish and chips, and that just messed me up like really badly. I was in bed like the rest of the day. I could barely walk, and my meds didn't get absorbed into my digestive system. So yeah, so that's kind of why I like this meal service, is because it's basically meat. Basically, it's protein and vegetables. This recipe does say cheesy chicken chowder, but the amount of cheese that's going to be in there is very, very, very small and very limited. And I also like it because almost every meal comes with like a bag of spinach, which is big for your brain. Deep fried foods, I try to avoid also. Yeah, deep fried foods, and they're bad for your vision as well. Deep fried foods are bad for your eyes. Okay, I'm going to move over to the stove. I'm going to move the camera. I think I've got a good spot for it. But just bear with me for a minute. I'll try to give you as much warning before I move the phone. I'd show you my phone, but I'm recording with it. And then you might have heard Kiwi squawking in the background. She's upset because this is her countertop I was using. And she likes to play here while I'm cooking. And she likes the food as well. Okay, here we go. Just tip that up. How's that? Yeah, that looks pretty good. We're going to go with that for now. Might just turn it a little bit. Okay, Kiwi can have her countertop back, maybe. Yeah. When you're raising kids, it's all about the kids. When you have a bird, it's all about the bird. Want to say hi to everybody? Hi, everybody. Oh, look, it's Kiwi and Daddy. Say hello. Yeah. You're not too sure, are you? Okay, I'll put you in your drawer. There you go. There you go. Okay, she's back in her drawer. She's happy. And she looks forward to dinner. She gets kind of pretty excited about it a lot of times. Okay, so let's unbox this bag. So that can go over there. So now the great thing about this as well is they put the spices in their own little bag. You don't have to measure anything. It's great. So I've got a couple of potatoes. Of course, the skinless, boneless chicken breast, which is a plus. Then the chicken broth concentrate. And look at that. Even chopped up the carrots, celery, and I think there's even onions in there. Whoops. Oh, even a piece of bread. Okay, so first thing I want to do, I'm just going to move the camera a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Now, for the Mind diet, one thing that's very important is that you do all of your cooking with extra virgin olive oil. And I have actually noticed a difference. I don't think it's just the olive oil, but I've definitely noticed a difference with the Mind diet. Like, I've been on it for, gosh, probably at least a year ago I made that episode. And yeah, I have noticed a big difference. It's just energy level and just an pardon me. I can't edit out the mistakes that I make now. Just an overall well-being of feeling healthy. Yeah. And then I also went out and bought some turmeric because the weekend's episode about mitochondria and having them healthy. This is one thing I've never had is turmeric. So I'm really excited about using this in my food. I'm going to put it in everything. Well, every meal, maybe not on my toast or my cereal, but every meal just to see what happens, because when I get that mitochondria boost in the morning, I do, from the red light, I do really notice the difference. So I've got the stove warming up. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shout them out. Okay, I've got some garlic. Oh yeah, that's what they give you every week. If you like garlic and you want to stockpile it, sign up with HelloFresh, because every week you get a whole garlic, and we've had to give it away, put it in the freezer, put extra garlic in our food. It's been crazy. Oh, I don't want 3 garlics, I just want 1. So we've had a very busy day. Got up this morning. We had to go to the doctor's to get some forms filled out. And of course, we went shopping. And I heard it's raining a lot in Squamish. Like, I heard they're getting concerned about the water levels. And Squamish is where I used to live. And as my sister Sherry can tell you, and my mom and dad, it rains there like 40 days and 40 nights sometimes. And my, oh my, the times that the bridges have washed away because of it. And I think they're heading this way today. Trevor was telling me, he posted some pictures on Facebook. And yeah, Paradise Valley is cut off again. So yeah, I'm just going to cut the potatoes up. So yeah, I think one big thing for Parkinson's has definitely been diet. And yeah, like drinks and stuff. Yeah, basically now I drink. Eric, I can't read that there. Where do you live? I live in the Okanagan in BC, Canada. It's a little town called West Bank, just like in West Kelowna. I've always wanted to live in the Okanagan because growing up we would always visit my grandma in Asoyas and in the summer. And I loved that it didn't rain here very much. I always loved the warm weather. So it was always my dream to move to the Okanagan. And just how it worked out, we ended up in West Bank, which we love it here. And the complex that we live in, it's a gated community. I believe it's 20 and over. Yeah, Haley's nodding yes, it's 20 and over. So basically it's not that we don't like kids, it's just 19 and over. There you go, I stand corrected. It's a 19 and over complex. And it's really nice. Like we have great neighbors. And they do like social events, and yeah, that aspect is really nice. What's this? Need my glasses to read better. Oh, it's the cream. Okay, I got cream sauce, garlic salt, and chicken broth. Yeah, last year the forest fires here were really bad. Like we were pretty close to evacuating. They did evacuate our complex, but it was just for like a few hours. So that's the one downside of living in the Okanagan is, yeah, the forest fires. Yeah, I got pretty smoky here. We got through it okay. Okay, garlic sauce. Cream powder. There we go. Okay, how much water do I need to add? Oh yeah, okay, so another thing about this recipe card is obviously it tells you everything to do. Oh, Evie, we could smell the smoke here in Michigan. Yeah, it was brutal. Like the fire came over the border from the States to Asoyas near Orville, I guess. And yeah, the fires here were just unbelievable. Like the fire was just in our, like basically a kilometer away from our house, I'd say, just visually. And you know, thankfully for us, but unfortunately for a lot of other people, it started and just took off and went east. East? No. Vernon is north. Yeah. Asoyas is south, Vernon is north. Yeah, so it went northeast. Yeah, there we go. Northeast. And just crossed the lake and took out a bunch of homes. It was just brutal how fast it went. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Another reason that we left right away was because, with me with Parkinson's, if I don't take my sleeping pills, I can't sleep. And since we don't have a car, our neighbor drove us, me, Haley, and Kiwi, to my in-laws that live nearby in Peachland. And we stayed there for, I think it was 3 nights while everything just kind of calmed down. Okay, so cooked chicken and veggies. Oh, here's the water. 1.5 cups of water. Okay. Then we'll heat things up. So I've had a lot of messages, I say the last few months, people asking about the carnivore diet. And I'm not necessarily against it. It's just with Parkinson's, one of the big things is spacing your protein away from your pills properly. So I try and give at least 1 to 2 hours, like block out, let's say I'll have breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, but I'll have taken my pills at like 6:45. So I give myself at least an hour from when I have my pills to when I eat my protein. And then I won't, I get 8. Okay, I gotta start over. Take my pills at 7, have my breakfast at 8, and I exercise. And then I take my pills at 10, and then I won't eat until at least 11. So it'll give me an hour. Okay, yeah, so it's an hour and then a 2-hour block. Then I'll take my next set of pills at 1. And maybe I'll have a snack or something at 2. 2 is usually when I cook dinner. And then at 4, I'll take my next set of pills, and then I'll eat at 5. And then I don't eat the rest of the day. And so, yeah, I found that system of intermittent fasting to be really helpful. Like, yeah, okay, there we go. That's how I want to say it. Like, I space all my protein out and all my food out over a 9-hour period just to get the benefits of intermittent fasting. So I do get a better sleep, and I don't get bogged down with food, especially food that's going to slow me down. So yeah, I'll eat between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. and then it's like no more food until the following morning, which is a bonus because then I'll wake up hungry, and it's like, okay, I want to eat because I'm hungry. And yeah, I found that the intermittent fasting is really good for that. Okay, so I forgot to add some salt and pepper, just because it tastes better. And then I picked up some turmeric. So this will be my new thing to add. I don't know how much, so I'm just going with like a 1/4 teaspoon. Add some turmeric. Yeah, I just put like a 1/4 teaspoon there. Okay, and then I'll stir that up. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add, so yeah, one, I guess not really but one thing with the HelloFresh is sometimes they don't really put enough vegetables in for what I like. So I just have some frozen peas, some frozen corn, that I like to throw in, just a handful of each, just for variety. And today I picked up some frozen spinach. So if there's no frozen spinach, pardon me, no frozen spinach. If there's no spinach or lettuce in my meal, at least I can add some. Nope, that was probably too much. But Popeye the Sailor Man likes it, so. And now dump some corn and peas. And there we go. Now we've got some veggies. Okay. So now we've got some veggies in our dinner. So, yeah, now we wait. And there's a couple more things I want to talk about. Right. Okay, yeah. So this week the episode is going to be about boxing and Parkinson's. And basically the question I'm going to ask is that why is it that when I go out for a walk in the morning, I kind of go off when I get back. I get tired and I'm just going to grab a chair. My sciatica in my left leg is going, oh my goodness, we're going to get back at you. I'm just going to lower this. We're going down. There we go. Yeah, my sciatica is just out to get me. So yeah, the question this week is, why do walks kind of put me off? But when I box and do ping pong, like when I do the heavy bag and the speed bag, why do I feel that my brain gets stimulated? Like, that's true that. Like a lot of times it feels like I should be taking less medication because I don't know if you guys remember when you started taking the levodopa, carbidopa, the side effects that you would get, like the symptoms, right? For me, a big one was nausea. Like I'd get really nauseous an hour or two after I take my pills, but now that's kind of happening to me almost every time I exercise in the morning. Like I'll have my breakfast and then I'll go outside to my Parkinson's research facility, aka man cave, and I really enjoy it. I'll do speed bag, I'll do heavy bag, speed bag, ping pong. I'll do that for like 3 sets, and then I'll play some Just Dance and on the Nintendo Wii I've got out there, and it's a lot of fun. But why do I feel really good and my brain feels like really stimulated? But if I go out for a walk in the morning and I do laps around the complex, I come back and it's like I can barely walk because all my medication's burnt up and I'm feeling off. So that's the question I want to answer this week. And we'll find out what happens. I'll start doing some research tomorrow. Yeah, last week I really enjoyed looking into the mitochondria and Parkinson's and just that link that I discovered through all the research was like everyone with Parkinson's has low mitochondria. And that just blew me away. Yeah, so the mitochondria are basically what power our cells. So it's in our body and they're everywhere, like in all our cells, our skin cells. So I'm just trying to think of the best way to explain this. Like when I'm using the red light, like I try to shine it on as much of my body as possible so I get not only a recharge of the mitochondria, in my head, but throughout my whole body because the whole network gets affected. Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Um, what? Yeah. What question? Any questions out there about what you guys think? What time of day are you most on, and which time are you most off? Okay, that's a really good question. Now, yeah, when I wake up in the morning, I'm quite off. And I try and wake up around 5:30, and that's when I'll just take a half pill of levodopa carbidopa because just to make sure I can get to the bathroom and back because I've had some problems getting up in the morning and using the bathroom. So and sometimes I can't make it there. And that's definitely a time when I'm most off. And in the evening, generally after like 6:30 is my other big off. Like I used to have an off at 10 o'clock in the morning. I used to have an off at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So yeah, I used to have 5 offs per day, and that was brutal. And that was why I got the Movapo, but then they discontinued the Movapo, and now I've got the Parkinson's gloves. So with the boxing, with the red light therapy, and with the Parkinson's gloves, I don't really get a lot of bad offs during the day anymore. Like from time to time, I might be off for like half an hour, 45 minutes, but it's generally not terrible. Like last week, I was off from like 8:30 in the morning till basically 11, and I could not explain that. I didn't eat anything different. I didn't do anything different. That was like a 2.5 hour off, and that was really hard to handle. So my goal is to basically reduce as much off time as possible because that's the off times are when you like almost fall. I have a near sometimes these things are hard to talk about, but yeah, I basically have near misses for falls every day. Right when I wake up in the evening and sometimes throughout the day. Like today, I almost fell at the grocery store, like for no reason at all. And then basically, thankfully, there was a shopping cart I could grab onto. But yeah, falls scare me. Parkinson's overall scares me, but yeah, falls are kind of terrifying. So yeah, reducing my off time is very important. How often do you use the gloves? Hey, Jeremy. Jeremy's on. Hey, Jeremy, good to see you. That's my good friend Jeremy McDonald. He's got a Parkinson's channel on YouTube as well. And if you haven't looked him up, I recommend that you do because I look forward to his podcast every week. I haven't watched it yet, Jeremy, but it's on my list of things to do. Okay, Sherry asked, how often do you use the gloves? I better start the pot here. Turn it up a little bit more. So when I started with the Parkinson's gloves, and if anybody's looking into these, like it's a do-it-yourself project. You can't buy this stuff. You can't buy the gloves anywhere. And I don't even know if they're ever going to come on sale for the general market. I don't really have an in on them, but I have been talking to a researcher in Australia, That's been very, very helpful. And in their opinion, they don't think the FDA is ever going to release the gloves to the public. But yeah, well, I don't know. I don't really know. So in the beginning, basically, it was 2 hours of the glove in the morning and 2 hours of the gloves in the evening. Oh, Kiwi wants her food put back out. I'm just going to go and do that. But one of the major things with the gloves are that you have to watch that you don't overuse them, because then overstimulation can cause their own problems. And I don't really have any guidelines on that because I'm not really an expert in this technology. You know, there's been a lot of people that have commented, David, can you make a pair of gloves? And no, I can't make a pair of gloves and sell them to you because there's patents out there, right? These are people's technologies that they've developed, right? So no, I can't sell anybody gloves. The number one reason, yeah, these technologies are patented, and it's just to have your own do-it-yourself kit is just, it's helped me a lot. So the plan with the gloves is to like reduce the time every day. But for me, it's only been 5 full months, and yeah, just in 5 months, they basically replaced my dopamine agonist, Movappo, that I used to have, and they're doing a better job at it than the medication did. And then I don't get all the side effects of the medication as well, which is my kidneys and my liver say thank you. Okay, Trevor asked, if you get sick, does your schedule change because you're having trouble keeping food down? Okay, that's not something I've encountered yet. I get my flu shots every year. I've had all my COVID shots. Yeah, so it's not something that I've had to deal with yet. Like, yeah, I know what you mean, like throwing up your Parkinson's medication. I haven't had that happen, thankfully. Turn this up a little more. It's not cooking. Oh yeah, I went through that. Yeah, so I haven't had many situations where I've been sick. You know, knock on wood. I'm sure it's coming. But yeah, it hasn't happened. Eagle Eye Wolf Paw. God bless you, sir. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, bless you as well. Definitely. Yeah, I'm just thinking, yeah, I haven't had any situations where I've been sick. But yeah, I'm sure it'll come. I think the biggest thing for Parkinson's is, you know, just keeping your schedule, right? that's been the hardest for me. I need some water. You know, now that I'm home and I'm not working, you know, the YouTube channel keeps me busy enough, and I'm grateful for that very much, or I wouldn't really have much to do. So yeah, like I retired completely from the workforce when I was 49. And so now I've got lots and lots of years to, you know, enjoy myself. But, you know, keeping a schedule, I think, is very important, and can be difficult to do, right? Because when you don't have work to go to, right, it's almost like you lose your identity a little bit, right? Because it's like people would ask, "What do you do?" Right? And when you go to like a social event or you're meeting somebody for the first time, they're like, "What do you do?" It's like, well, I'm a doctor, I'm a nurse, I'm a fireman, I'm a garage door technician, right? So a little bit of our identity comes out of there. Evie, it's strange how Parkinson's is a little different for everyone, similar but different too. Yeah, it's very different for everyone, and I've noticed that a lot because we don't all have the same set of symptoms. And for the symptoms that I have, basically I don't get tremors. My symptom set is basically like stiff and rigid and slowed movement. And I've been told that, I've been told by more than one doctor that's the bad kind, which is why I'm rigid about what I eat and all the other things we talked about a little while ago. Yeah, it's hard to say. It is quite different for everyone. And I find it strange for basically the young onset people like myself, the people that are diagnosed like under 50. We're going to have Parkinson's a long time. And there's a big population of us developing that are going to have Parkinson's for a long time. We could have it like 20, 30, some of us even 40 years. Can you imagine that? I mean, that's a heck of a long time to have Parkinson's for. So yeah, we're going to need different technologies, different therapies, different ways of treating ourselves. Danielle says, hello, brother. Hello, Daniel. The mood of my partner. Yeah, you might want to explain what you mean a little bit more. Does your partner have Parkinson's and they're struggling with their mood? Oh, hey, Kiwi. Want to come say hi? Kiwi. Hi, Kiwi. Kiwi's trying to get my attention. Yeah, mood is a big one for Parkinson's. And I think that goes with like keeping your schedule. Like when you're busy, we always feel better, right? So I think it's just trying to find something to do, something to occupy your time. I think that's a hard one I've found. With all this extra spare time of not going to work, sometimes it's like, what what should I do now? So yeah, you got to keep yourself active and busy. Okay, gotta put you down. There we go. Okay, that is boiling. I'm gonna grab a fork. If the potatoes are nearly done, I'll cut up the chicken. Yeah, they're nearly done. Okay. I'm just gonna flip the phone up. And over there. CV, have you investigated Segaline with your doctor? It helps stop the breakdown of dopamine and improves mood. Not really Segaline. We did look into BraceAbility one time, and I think that's very similar, just because the name sounds similar. And in Canada, it was like, what was it, honey, $8 a pill?
Yeah.
It was like $8 a pill, our cost. And then, yeah, I think it was like 3 to 5 times per day. The doctor was, okay, yes, it is similar. Okay, yeah. So they wanted me to take BraceAbility 3 to 5 pills a day. And our cost was like $8 a pill. And this was, gosh, 4 or 5 years ago now. So that was going to be a big cost. And in where I live in British Columbia, we have pharmacare, and yeah, Farmer Care wasn't going to pay for it. So yeah, for me, it was a big, a big no. Like 30 days times $40. I think that's like $1,200 on top of the price of the levodopa carbidopa, which is around $500 a month right now for the dose I take. But right now I'm on 2 antidepressants. I take amitriptyline when I go to bed, and then I take escitalopram in the morning. And then to help me sleep, I take clonazepam, and then the maximum dose of melatonin. Maximum dose of melatonin. And yeah, that's how I sleep at night. And sometimes I'll wake up once. I'll usually sleep 7 or 8 hours. Lately, it hasn't been too bad. And of course, yeah, I always feel better when I sleep because then my brain is happier. And then everything works better. So I try to keep a schedule. We'll tell Kiwi I'm going to work, and then I'll go work in my office / bedroom on whatever needs to be done for the channel. Tori says, "Hey David." Hey Tori. Good, nice to see you. Tori is a big fan of Kiwi. Yeah, Kiwi supervising. Yeah, it smells good. What I can smell of it smells really good. Okay, so it's about 10 to 3 now. There we go. So my plan was to do this for about an hour. And we're almost there. Dinner's on the way. Can't get the phone just right. There we go. Yeah, so hey Kiwi. You can come sit with me. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably pack this in at around 3. So if you guys have some more questions or things you want to bring up, I'm happy to talk for a little bit longer. I've really enjoyed this. This has been a lot of fun. So I might try doing some more lives, just like spontaneously, or Tori says hi, Kiwi. Say hi, Tori. Hi, Tori. Yeah. Big go. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Big go. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments or things that you want to ask, now would be the time. I know there's a little delay.
What time do you usually start work? Start cooking?
Usually around 2. Yeah, this is kind of why I picked this time. Usually around 2 that I do the cooking. And I like to use these, Haley's like, David, we got to get some of these Dutch oven pots because you can put them on a campfire, you can put them in the oven, they go on the stove. The only knock I have is that they're a little heavy, so I try not to move them when I'm off. But other than that, I think they're great. They're way better than any other non-stick frying pan I've had, because basically nothing, you can like burn the bottom of this pot with food and it doesn't stick at all. You just soak it in water and it cleans right up. I came in late, so will you try and catch again? Okay. Okay, no problem, Tori. Today we were just doing some cooking. We cooked, where is the recipe sheet? Chicken corn chowder from HelloFresh. So yeah, for anybody that came late that wants to try a HelloFresh meal kit, send me an email to info@lifewithparkinsons.ca. And if I have any more coupons to give away, I will email them. I'll send them to you. Yeah, so I'm trying to broadcast like twice a week right now. And I found I really enjoyed the live last week doing the exercising. And this has been kind of fun as well. So I'll try and do different things. I'm trying to do some more shorts as well. I've really enjoyed doing those. And of course, I'll keep up the Saturday morning broadcasts as much as possible. And Kiwi likes it too. Yeah, what else? Yeah, what do we have coming up? Yeah, I've got a product review video coming up for a new affiliate company, BraceAbility, for medical braces and things. CV, we watch all of your episodes. Thank you, CV. I will see you next time. Oh yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm going to try and broadcast at least twice a week. You know, the main Saturday episode with something during the week. Yeah, I don't really have any doctor's appointments coming up. Like, basically, my neurologist is like, "You're doing good." Tori says, "Bye, everyone." Bye, Tori. We'll see you next time. Yeah, so Susanna, I was late in too, but take care and see you again. Yeah, so this live broadcast, as soon as it's done, will be available to rewatch. So you can always jump in at the beginning. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for everyone dropping in for afternoon cooking. And yeah, I really appreciate all your love and support.
You're gonna take a picture, right? What the bird looks like.
Oh, right. What does the food look like? Okay. That's why I have a wife, to remind me of stuff that I don't think about. Yeah, I should show you what it looks like. There we go. There's cheesy chicken chowder, and it looks kind of like a curry because because of the turmeric. And how does it taste?
You know how much
Oh, that's perfect. That is very good. I just put like a quarter teaspoon of turmeric. Okay, guys, I will see you on the next one. I will see you Saturday morning. Yeah, thanks, Suzanne. Yeah, it is delicious. Actually, tastes really good. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for stopping in today. And yeah, I had a really great time. Here comes my giant finger to turn off the live stream. Yes.